Hey, how's it going, everyone? Saintsfan back again with another GTA 5 video, and I know, we're talking about the gun running DLC yet again, but today I want to talk about, as you can tell from the title, what we might actually be expecting or what we might actually see in this DLC. And the reason I want to talk about that is because I think a lot of us are going about this DLC the wrong way or looking at it the wrong way. I've seen a lot over the last, month, ever since they basically announced this DLC. Many people are speculating that it's going to end up being some sort of military DLC, but I'm not so sure that's actually going to be the case. And the reason I actually kind of say that is because looking at the last few DLCs, what Rockstar have done is they've implemented something in the game and then they just sort of built upon that. So it started with the VIP stuff, then it became the CEO stuff, and then we got an addition to the CEO stuff in the Import-Export DLC. And I feel like that's what's going to end up happening with this gun running DLC. There's going to be the MC stuff, and this gun running DLC is going to be an extension of that. It's going to be like the Import-Export DLC was to the CEO organizations, where this is going to be like one of the biggest DLCs, and it's going to expand on something we already have in the game. And I think that's going to end up happening because it just, in my mind at least, it doesn't make too much sense for Rockstar to add something completely new to the interaction menu. I don't see them adding a third organization. I mean, 2 is a lot as it is, because that, you can see when you get into a lobby sometimes, half of the lobby is taken up in either CEO or MC businesses. You can see on the leaderboards or whatever the menu, when you hit down on the D-pad, a ton of people's names that are in colors pop up. And if they added another sort of organization to that, I think it would just make it a little bit too crazy. So that's why I feel like they're just gonna add this into the MC business. And that makes sense because, one, the MC business can hold or can have up to 8 people, and that makes total sense if this was gonna be some sort of military style DLC. If they wanted to add some military aspects, 8 people is definitely a lot. And if you think about it, gun running does make a lot of sense for an MC club. I mean, one of the shows I watched a long time ago, or a few years ago, was Sons of Anarchy, and in it, I know it's not like a super real life based show, but in it, the motorcycle club, they do sometimes deal guns. So it's not like it's completely out of the realm of possibilities for an MC to be gun running. Another thing to think about is the first MC DLC was about drugs, basically. I know there was the forgery stuff, but there was cocaine, meth, and weed. This one would be the second, DLC for the MC stuff, and it would be about the gun running. Kind of similar to how the first CEO DLC was about crates, and then the second one was about cars. The one thing I guess you could sort of bring up is the bunkers. I don't know if it makes too much sense for an MC to have a bunker, but it's not too far out there. Look, the Import-Export, the CEO people, right? We had these vehicle warehouses, which basically had bunkers in them for our special vehicles, and the special vehicles are really crazy. So I don't think the sort of realism aspect there sort of fits. It's GTA, it's a game, right? I don't think they're really trying to be super 100% to real life. And maybe the bunker is like the vehicle warehouse in the Import-Export DLC. It's where you do all your business, and it's where you can store some of these new vehicles. Maybe instead of them adding on to the vehicle warehouse for newer special vehicles, they just add another, couple of slots in this bunker, and boom, there you go. There's new special vehicles or whatever vehicles they decide to add, and I'm sure there'll be millions of dollars. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you sort of think about this. Do you somewhat believe that I could be right in that this DLC might be based off of the MC business or the MC organization, whatever you want to call it? Or do you think it's going to be something completely new that we don't have in the game? I just think it makes more sense for them, and I think it's probably easier for them to just base it off of the MC business. Now, some other stuff we might expect. So one thing I saw that was really cool, and this is where the thumbnail came from. Look at this picture. It's not anything too crazy, but this guy is holding his gun in a new way that obviously is not in the game, and I thought that was really cool looking. Yeah, it's something that's not, super important or anything, but I would actually like to see some new animations. I think that'd be pretty cool. I know this is one thing we sort of ask for a lot, and unfortunately I don't know if we actually will get this, But I would, in addition to those like sort of animation stuff, I would like to see some quality of life improvements. I know that's probably a little bit too much to ask for, but I'm hoping that this DLC, you know, since a lot of people have been complaining, especially with all these modders and stuff, I'm thinking maybe Rockstar sort of want to do the right thing for once, and they might want to end up getting the community back on their side, so to speak. Going back to the whole military side, though, it's still, like I said, not out of the realm of possibilities that we get some military vehicles, because with Import-Export 1, we got the Rocket Voltic, which was crazy, the Runer 2000, and we got some other sort of, or somewhat, I don't know, military style vehicles, I guess. One thing I've been seeing a lot lately is new planes, the Warthog in particular. I don't think we're going to get that. I think if we do end up getting some new planes, it'll be like a stunt plane or something with guns. I don't think they're going to add another super crazy jet to the game just because of all the complaining that people do already with the Hydra. So I doubt we'll get the Warthog, even though that's, you know, that'd be really cool because I love the Warthog, but it would probably be pretty overpowered, and I think a lot of people still would complain about it. Another thing, going back to the MC part, if they do end up making this some sort of addition to the MCs, I could totally see them adding some new motorcycles. I know that, you know, motorcycles probably aren't the biggest attraction, definitely cars are, but if they add some nice sport bikes to the game, that'd be pretty cool. Or even just some regular, you know, chopper or cruiser style bikes that are relatively good, you know, if they're fast and they handle good and have good customization, I think people will still end up buying them. But yeah, anyway, that's gonna do it for this video. I wanted to bring the main point of this video up in that, do you think the DLC is gonna be MC based, or do you think it's gonna be an actual military DLC? One thing I will say, actually, to sort of end, they had their chance with the military stuff in the flight school update. Now, maybe that was before they saw, you know, how popular these bigger DLCs were or whatever, but they did have their chance with that, and they could have made that a military DLC. And another thing, you got to remember what that Rockstar employee said. It appears, and this could be some old information, or this could be their old mindset, but it appears that, you know, some of the guys at Rockstar, maybe some of the main guys at Rockstar, they realize this is a game about criminals, about being a criminal. They don't want you to be a good guy. They don't want you to be a cop, like they said, or they don't want you maybe to be in the military, because that's somewhat good. I mean, I guess you could say Merryweather, and that'd be cool. But again, I think they're going to end up sticking with the MC clubs. But that's my opinion. Let me know in the comments what your opinion is. Obviously, we won't know until we get some more information, but I did just want to make this somewhat final speculatory gun running DLC video until we do get more information, because it was a point that I haven't really seen that often. I don't think many people out there are thinking that this DLC is going to be a part of the MC organizations. But that is it, so thank you all for watching. Please drop the video a like if you did enjoy, subscribe for more awesome GTA content, and as always, I will see you guys in the next one.